YouTube? It's motomattman, and today it is pushing 70 degrees right now. It's May the 3rd, and it's pushing 70 degrees. It's a little bit windy, but oh my god, I was able to bust out the Alpine Stars jacket. Now granted, I got a hoodie on underneath of it, but still, first time of the year. Okay, now today I got a few topics for you, and the first thing I got to do is I got to run down to the gas station and get some go-go juice because I'm running low. But the topics today are varied. First thing I want to talk about is new windscreen. Got a new windshield on the VFR. This is the first time really testing it out. I'm sure you already saw the video of me installing the windscreen. Here it is, first time taking a ride of any distance. I mean, I rode it down the street to the post office right after doing it, but that doesn't really count. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the happy birthday. It's a little bit belated for the hashtag SUPPORTMVC. I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about one of the things I want to do to celebrate the fact that it's a year of this official, semi-official group kind of thing. So I want to talk about that, and also about what's going on and whatnot. You know, Ohio's talking about opening things up a little bit more. I don't know what all that's going to affect, but you know, starting to open some things up, and I've heard some things like NASCAR is going to start racing, but only in at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is actually not in Charlotte. It's actually in Concord, North Carolina, and in Darlington, South Carolina, but they're going to be doing it without any fans. And I've heard maybe tennis is going to is starting to play, obviously without any fans, and baseball's is knocking around the idea of having all the teams in Arizona and rotating fields where they would normally have spring training. But things are starting a little bit to slowly but surely get kind of sort of back to normal. I don't know how normal the summer's going to be, but they're making some kind of headway on it. But anyway, the rest of the stuff we'll talk about after I get some go-go juice. We're getting ready to head up here to the gas station. Just sure those of you that have seen some of my videos, doesn't take a whole lot to see or recognize this joint here. Oh, it looks like somebody's got their hot rod out. We'll have to check out that before cutting y'all loose while I pump the gas. Let's see if we can swing out in front of this. Get a good look here. Yeah, nice, very nice. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That wouldn't be a bad thing to be out on for the day either. Now, where the hell is neutral? There it is, neutral. Okay, we'll cut y'all loose. Catch back up with you after I got some go-go juice. Okay. Alright, back at it, everybody. Made it a pain in my butt for editing because I shut both cameras off. Shouldn't have done that. But anyway, live and learn. Okay. Anyway, here's the deal. First thing I want to talk about is happy birthday to hashtag SUPPORTMVC. Now, give a little bit of history to those of you that don't know it. The hashtag support started out as a thing that Dirty D started, okay, to bring motovlog channels together, okay, to support one another. Okay, so he started it as just hashtag support. Well, the Geared Raven, and I believe it was the Geared Raven, saw that when you typed in, when you did the hashtag support, when you typed that in searching, you'd come up with all kinds of other crap besides the motovlogging thing. So what she did was she turned it into hashtag support MVC. Yeah, be a jerk. Not the Geared Raven. The dude on the bagger that thought he was too good to wave. But that's a whole nother story. But anyway, she turned it into hashtag support MVC, or motovlog community, I believe is what the MVC is. But anyhow, it's a year old, and it's been a great thing. So what I want to do is along the same lines as it. Christopher David Lawson of NEPA did a video a couple of weeks ago where he encouraged people to just drop their channel link in his comments so that people could get exposure for their channels, and the rest of us could then take a look at those channels and then subscribe to the ones that you liked and not to the ones that you didn't like. And I would like to do the same thing. It was a great idea he had. Now, this is not a sub for sub thing. Do not take it as that's what it is. But it is to get your channel some exposure. And believe it or not, I've come in contact with people through Instagram or Facebook or even YouTube that haven't heard of some of the channels that you would think that they would have heard of. Two that jumped right out at me was people making comments, who's the Geared Raven, who's Motorcycle Mama. I don't know how that's possible, but I've had those kind of comments. So I encourage everyone to drop their channel link in the comments to get exposure, because you got to remember there are people that are new to the community or people that aren't part of the community that subscribe to or watch all of our channels. So just because they're familiar with my channel doesn't necessarily mean that they're familiar with your channel, and vice versa. I've had people that subscribe to Mrs. Motomattman that didn't realize there was a Motomattman channel. Of course, she's also had people make comments surprised that she was married. Her channel name is Mrs. Motomattman. Mrs. Not Miss, not Ms. Mrs. Huh. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I want to give this a try to help get some exposure to other channels. That is what hashtag support MVC is all about. It's to get exposure. It's to help to get exposure to everyone and to help anybody out whenever they have any questions or they're having any problems with things. You know, goofy little things like somebody has a question about what mic to use. So they ask the question and you give them the answer. Deluxe Chimp, for instance, just got a purple Panda microphone. Now, remember, this is being filmed probably a couple of weeks before you see it. Like that's why I said it's May the 3rd. And obviously a bunch of people spoke out and said, yeah, hey, that's what I use too. You know, it helps. But anyway, that's what I would like to do. Again, just drop your, you can drop any kind of comment you want in the comment section. It'd be greatly appreciated. But even if you don't want to make a comment on the video itself, you can just drop your channel, the link to your channel in the comments, so people get exposure. And by all means, by the same token, take a look at the channels the other channels that drop a link in the description as well. You may find a channel that you like that you didn't know about. And check back regularly, because I'm not taking the video down. So as long as this video, you're able to see this video, you're able to drop a link in the comment section. You know, so let's see what happens here. You know, when Christopher David Lawson of NEPA did it, I found a couple of channels that I didn't know about that I liked, so I subscribed to them. So let's give this a shot. I think it's a fitting way to celebrate the anniversary, the birthday, however you want to put it, of hashtag SUPPORTMVC. Okay, so that's that. Now I wanted to talk about the windscreen. I like the windscreen. I'm not getting as much wind as I thought I would, because it is shorter than the others. The other one, I do like the way it looks. It doesn't flop around as much as the other one, because the other one was much taller. So I like that. Let's ride into Thompson, see if there's any flowers or anything on the square. So that's always something, that's always a good thing. I like the way it looks. It's not flopping around. Because it's a double bubble style, I am getting the same wind protection that I got from the bigger windscreen. Obviously, it's not the same kind of protection I'd get from some of the more upright windscreens. That's not really what it's for. It's more for tucking in behind it at speed. And I am a taller individual, so I get a little bit more wind. Now right now I'm getting a bunch of wind, but it's a bunch of crosswind and crap, and I'm in an open area. The sand and gravel pit is over here to my left, so this is always a very windy area. And obviously there's also sand and gravel on my right too, but it's a big hole on my left. But anyway, that's that for the SUPPORTMVC and the windscreen. Hope you guys like the windscreen. I really do. Leave comments about that, because you're seeing it from the bike's view this time for the first time, as opposed to just the pictures and the video when I installed it. Let's see, what else was I wanting to talk about? I knew I had multiple things. Don't know. Oh, I haven't used the new bike wash stuff yet, and I intend to do that here soon, but I haven't done that yet. As soon as I do that, have a video up with that. As of right now, May the 3rd, I've not heard from Dark Visor. Hopefully I hear from him soon. So that I'm able to do that. Let's go up here. Yeah, it's a sunny day. We can take a picture here by the gazebo. There's no flowers on the gazebo like normal, but it is a good place to take a picture with the new windscreen on it. So we'll give that a shot here, and we'll get back out to riding again after a short little photo op. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. Alright, off we go again. Take a ride down here. It's been a while. anyway, for the most part, it's just a ride for a ride today. Wanted to get those couple of things out. I know there was something else that I wanted to talk about. Don't remember what it was though. But I do want to thank, again, Dirty D's and the Geared Raven for starting the hashtag support community and being very, very, not just starting it, but being very, very active in growing it. And then the Geared Raven for turning it into changing it. And I hope I'm correct in that. If not, I apologize. But memory serves me right. It was the Geared Raven that changed it to SUPPORTMVC. But for her doing that, and then I want to give a shout out also somebody else, some other people that have done some things, some really good things in promoting the community, and that's the Mama Mafia, the motorcycle Mama Mafia, with Bombshell Biker and Motorcycle Mama and Mrs. Kiwi Rider and God, I can't remember the Aussie and the Indian, because they've done with their live streams and whatnot, and their little interview things. They've done a lot, I think, too, to help grow the community. And I think we all should, you know, give them all a round of applause and thank them all of them for what they've done to help out growing this community. It's turned into a great community we've got going on here. We need to do whatever we can to continue to grow and support this community. Ugh, I hate this concrete stretch of this road. Here's the back side of the sand and gravel pits. Took pictures here a couple of years ago where it actually, these mounds actually look like snow. It was like 90 degrees outside when I took the pictures, and it looked like snow. But anyway, I don't know what all else I got for you. I hope everybody's taking the opportunity in the municipalities that allow for getting out on two wheels. I hope everybody's taking the opportunity to do so. I know there's places where it's still shut down, where even in some places where you're not even supposed to be out in your car unless you're going specifically to the doctor, to care for someone that's ill, to get food. I know there's some places where that's completely shut down. And that, I'll be honest, I've talked about that before, that sucks, and it's really crazy. I don't know, old Yamaha toy, but man, them cars about hit each other. There's no sense in that. But anyway, you know, I also want to say again how thankful I am to everyone that subscribed to my channel and taking me over 600 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. And I try to do what I can to help grow the community and help anybody out that has any questions. And oh, big old bug in the chest. And answer any questions anybody has, you know, about gear, about equipment for motovlogging, to help anybody get started that's interested in getting started. And I hope that when I answer these questions that I'm doing it in a respectful way. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Just because I use certain things doesn't mean that it's the end-all be-all. I do not think that's the case whatsoever. I've caught grief by people, and I'll be honest, even had some people make some nasty comments about the equipment that I use. I mean, that's unnecessary. You know, if you don't like what I use and you don't like what I use, oh well. You know, you can make a suggestion of trying something different, but saying that I need to use a certain kind of camera because that's what you use, or a certain kind of setup because that's what you use, is crazy. I'm not going to tell anybody that myself. The only thing that I ever say is that I use a GoPro Hero 4 Black and a purple Panda microphone. And the reason I'm using Hero 4 Black instead of one of the newer cameras is because I can use the GoPro backpack from Sena, the Sena GP10, and that's used with the dual vlogs. And the reason why we use that with the dual vlogs is because it is easy. It's as simple as that. It pairs, the GoPro backpack from Sena pairs up with Mrs. Motomattman and my Sena Communicators, and I capture the video through my GoPro, and there's no having to stitch her audio and my audio together for the video. It automatically records her audio right to my GoPro. But the problem is you can only do that with a GoPro 3 or a GoPro 4. You cannot do it with anything before the 3 or after the 4. So that is the reason why I still use the GoPro Hero 4. I also don't have to use that brick mic adapter that you have to with the newer GoPros, which makes it easier too. Like I said, I do it the way I do it because it's easier. Not because I think it's better or anything of that nature, but it's easier. But anyway, and I use the purple Panda, so does Mrs. Motomattman, for all of our video on the bike, because we've had good results, and it was recommended by multiple motovloggers. So that's why we use what we use for that. Off the bike, the microphone we use is a little Sony stereo lapel mic. The reason I don't use that in my helmet is because it doesn't fit real well in a helmet. That's why. Simple as that. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoys what you've seen. Like I said, make sure you put comments in, put your link to your channel in the comments, whatever kind of channel it is. Doesn't have to necessarily be a motovlogging channel. Whatever you got going on, drop a link in the comments so everyone can check it out. And everyone check out the channels that drop a link. You might find something you like. You might learn something you didn't know already. Who knows? Well, again, it's my way of celebrating the anniversary of SUPPORTMVC and supporting other channels and the growth of other channels. But anyway, hope everybody likes what you see. If you did, click the like and subscribe button. Punch that bell so you get notifications whenever I upload any new content. And if you get out on twos, make sure you keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down, and have an awesome day. I know we're going to here. It's 70 degrees now here. Oh my God. Can't go a whole lot of places. Still kind of stuck in the house, other than some short little motorcycle jaunts. But hey, it's a whole lot better cutting the grass at 70 degrees than cutting the grass at 42 degrees. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great day.